Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast. This week with us, as always, we have Jason. Say what's up, Jason.
Hey, what's up?
And we have special guest, Jamie Gravy. Say what's up, Jamie.
Yo, thanks for having me.
James Graves. I'm glad to have you, man. Haven't seen you in a while. It's been a minute. And from New York, I'm sure kind of scared out of town like a Wild West, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Virus came in with a couple of pea shooters. Pew! Get about it. Yeah. How long have you been back in town?
Shoot, I've been here for like 2.5 months now.
Wow. You said March 15th?
Yeah, but it's 16th. Yeah.
As soon as it showed up, you're like, nope, I'm done.
Motherfucker, I'm out.
Yeah.
Popped off and you were like, nah, too many people, I'm out.
Exactly. I gotta go to God's country, man.
But you ended up in Texas. Oh, man. No, glad to have you, though. So you're in town doing some shows, staying with the parents. And how long are you planning on staying in town?
I'm not sure. It's just kind of up in the air, until everything cools down in New York. So who knows, man? It could be like a month, could be like another 6. It's just hard to say.
Yeah, normally what someone with that mustache says when it cools down in New York, I think they owe money somewhere. Once things cool back down, I could slide back in.
Dude, I know, this thing is brutal, man. This has been like a long process. I've never had facial hair, but it's like, fuck, quarantine was the perfect time to try it out, so.
Yeah, I can tell you've never had facial hair. You have
it looks like
mustache.
shit.
You got the Bobby Brady mustache.
The tips are still the peach fuzz type hair.
It looks like I have pubes glued on my face.
He still got his baby pubes.
A gorilla mask.
That's an orangutan mask. Oh, yeah. So how long have you been doing comedy? Like stand-up comedy?
Comedy now, I'm at the 4.5-year mark.
4.5?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm only a few months ahead of you. I'm like right at 5 years, I think. I think May was 5 years. I don't remember the exact day. I need to look up in my email. Like I know I did Dallas Comedy House was my first open mic. But I don't remember the exact day. But I know I'm at 5 years now.
That sounds right, because I know at least you were already involved in the scene whenever I came, into it, because you were already pretty heavily involved doing shows, you know what I mean? So I definitely knew you were...
Or making up shows to do.
Hey, yeah, that's what you got to do,
Do fake it till you make it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all about who you blow, everybody.
Well, if you can't get on the right platform, it's ideal to just create your own platform, I guess, right?
Yeah.
To an extent.
Until you get banned from a club, and then they're like, oh, okay, we'll book you now after you've been banned for a while. At least we know you're doing something.
Yeah. It's a probationary period.
Yeah. It's almost like earning your stripes. I feel like you have to get banned from your home club at least once.
For at least one time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm still not technically a comedian. I don't think I've been banned anywhere yet. So I'm still working on it. Maybe I'll get banned for this podcast.
Well, I've started some rumors, so I mean, you should be getting banned soon.
Perfect.
Do you have some questions for us, Jason? Or for Jamie?
I've got some questions for everybody.
Okay.
All right. So I've been doing a little tradition of a couple of would you rathers just to break the ice. So just out of curiosity, would you guys rather have your significant other look through your text, chat, email history, or your employer?
My employer, because I can make it funny to them.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Mikey on this one. I'd say employer.
Yeah.
Just because, you just never know how they're going to take something, your significant other. They could...
Oh, you know how they're going to take it bad.
Yeah.
Ironically, I asked my wife the same question just to feel it out, and she went with the same answer, and that kind of was like, bitch! What are you hiding?
Yeah, you can make your own dinner now later.
Yeah. Thought we were pretty open to this.
What would you? We need your answer. What would you say?
Back at you.
Yeah, I feel pretty content with my history erasals and stuff. That I think that I would stick with the significant other. Actually,
yeah,
why not?
Well, plus your boss can't even read English. I know her. I used to work for that.
And my wife is very forgiving. So, yeah.
Well, you're married, so she's stuck. She can't go anywhere else.
Well, we have a financial arrangement that works well.
Well, the thing about it, too, is like if your employer went through your emails and your texts and all that stuff, it'd be like, hey, where's the privacy at, employer? You know what I mean? Your significant other does it. You can't really argue that.
But if you had to consent, I'd rather consent to an employer because I can be like, look, this is for my personal stuff. And then I can find a way to make it funny to where like, oh, okay, he bought a gun online, whatever. He probably never showed up.
Right. I was thinking that you were going to go in the direction of, well, I can always find another employer. Can't necessarily maybe find another significant other once you're in it.
I can find one of each. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I just got a dog because I'm pretty lonely. So
yeah. It's like, look, I was only researching what a baby costs on the black market for a comedy bit. You can always just justify it through comedy.
It's research.
Yeah, that's kind of funny thing. Being a stand-up comedian is you can definitely sweep a lot of what's found under the rug.
Yeah. Exactly. And there's 70% of my log history is she-mails because I was doing research for a bit. The bit didn't work out. That's why you haven't heard it.
Yeah, sure.
She goes to another school.
There you go here.
Right.
The thing is, though, with the significant other, and just before we move on, like, you know they're going to react a way that you didn't think of. Like, you could have all these prepared great answers that are convincing and you would win the argument with, but she's going to think of the one thing you didn't think about, like the thought process or something like that. And then you're like, see you later. Here's the key to your apartment. I'm leaving.
No, because it will come up weeks, months from now. You know,
decades from now.
She'll think about it and be like, you know what? Here's something I didn't say about that. You know.
Yeah.
So that's a loss.
On your deathbed, she'll be like, "So Monica had nice tits, huh?" Like, I love you, and then you die.
I'm out of here. It's been real.
Peace.
Would you rather go a month without drinking, smoking, vices, things like that, or would you rather go a month without sex or masturbating?
What if sex is my drug? I have a problem.
We're gonna have to create a separation here to some degree.
Man, so no drugs or drinking.
So no euphoria or
no
getting off. Or no getting off. Yeah.
I would have to go. I think I'd have to go no drugs or alcohol, rather than that. Because like, you know, if it was like a bet, like if we're talking, this is a wager. You know what I mean? You can do one or the others. Like I would totally cave and like rub one out. Through, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
2 weeks into it, I'd be fucking pissed. If quarantine taught me anything, is I have no self control.
Yeah,
those moments take a lot longer when you're forced to just be sitting in the house. I don't mean to interrupt. Yeah.
No, you're good. Plus, it feels good when it's bad. So I think I wouldn't be able to hold out if I said no sex. I'd be like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. This is crazy. Lighting a candle in my room by myself.
We shouldn't. We really shouldn't.
We shouldn't be doing this. Oh, come here anyways.
I'm married. I'll go with no sex.
you were going to do that anyways.
But could you not masturbate?
See,
that same thing.
All right.
I really like to smoke weed.
Yeah, that would be tough.
I love to smoke weed, but I've been high since like '96. So some days I forget to smoke, and I still feel like I was high that whole day.
It carried over.
Yeah,
you still had kind of like it was resonating in your blood.
Yeah,
no
yeah. If I cough hard enough, I'll just be high again.
It's yeah, you're fucking. You smoke so much weed, your memory loss, forgets to smoke pot.
Yeah,
it's like damn, dude.
I forgot my own addiction.
I asked a couple other people this, and I actually got a surprising answer. But would you rather permanently be thirsty or nauseous?
Permanently.
Permanently. Forever.
Nauseous. I hate being thirsty. My mouth is dry. My mouth is dry right now, and I fucking hate it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm usually nauseous anyways. I have so much anxiety, so.
It's the common.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be thirsty. Like, because at least I know I could always be drinking water, even though I would just never quench the thirst. You know, I would always feel it in my throat. But I hate the nerves and upset stomach and the nausea. I hate that shit.
Boy, you're thirsty.
I have to say, I have a level of anxiety. Also,
Cartoon boner.
My anxiety kind of goes through the roof too, where I'll feel nauseous pretty much almost at some point every day. But man, it fucking hurts to be thirsty.
It sucks.
It hurts. It like hurts.
Lips dry out.
Throat's dry.
And like there's sand in it.
Well, you were like on the cusp of diabetes. You know what it feels like.
Yeah, no, I had diabetes until I lost all that
thirsty.
weight. I was, yeah, and it's like an unquenchable thirst. And it's like it even messes with your head.
It wrenches at you.
Yeah, and then you're drinking constantly, but then you're pissing constantly.
Oh, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I lost like 160 pounds. I put like 80 of it back on, but at least I lost diabetes in that process. But it was bad. Like I remember the day I realized I needed it, and me and Jason worked together at the same office. I was pissing like every 10 minutes. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm going to take my laptop in the bathroom. And then I went to the emergency room. They're like, you're diabetic, you fat fuck. I was like, makes sense.
Fuck, dude.
Makes
Answers.
sense.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So if you had to remove one color from the rainbow forever, not even the rainbow, let's just say from the world, remove a color.
Remove a color.
Gone.
Yellow.
Yellow.
I was thinking yellow, but I got some yellow Jordans that are pretty sick.
I'd like to know why yellow, particularly.
It's just kind of meh.
It's a bright color.
It's a bright color. That's true. It is a bright color. I'm sure I'd miss it. Because you're right, it does look good on some things, you know. Does that mean that we still have certain foods, like a lemon? Would we still have lemons, but they would just be a different color?
Potentially.
Okay, then I'm cool with that. As long as like certain foods don't start getting added.
Well, I mean, the color it flat out is gone. So no, a lemon would cease to be yellow. Then it would be like orange or red or purple, blue, whatever.
Oh man, that would suck. It'd be a depressing world, I think, without yellow. But I think I'd have to go yellow.
But yellow, it's the easy one for you.
Yeah.
See, people associate and sorry, did you have something?
No, I'm saying, what about you?
Yellow, like people associate yellow with happiness. Like the smiley face is always yellow, the sun's yellow. People get that. They call it, what was it? SAD, the SAD, the seasonal affective disorder.
Yeah.
That's because there's like people in Alaska get it where there's like 30 Days of Night sometimes.
Yeah, I did some sort of a focus group where they mailed me one of those lights.
Yeah, those happy lights. Yeah,
To try it out for 30 days. And like, I live in Texas. Why the fuck are you sending me that to do a focus group on? Yeah.
Well, you think about the sun.
Did it do anything at all or no? Did it, like,
I didn't actually use it. I just filled out the thing and got paid for it.
So yeah, normal focus group. Yeah, this the dipping tobacco is great.
You know how I roll.
Yeah, they made me do it in front of them once. Like, I almost threw up. I got so because I'd never do the chewing tobacco.
Yeah, it's really good.
I was like, it's real good. I just have a bug. I got a bug. You can't get that checked now.
I chose the nauseous permanently. I'm fucked.
I think that I would get rid of blue only because, you know, the block I'm from in Chicago.
Yeah,
Back
y'all
in
were
the day.
already trying to get rid of blue back then.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, flu.
It's the ongoing thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
you can't. What was it? The gang rule was like, if you're you can't say the B for blue. It has to be like an F.
Yeah.
But you're a blood that also starts with a B.
Yeah.
So sticky situation.
Yeah, that's real.
It's a respective type thing, I guess, for whatever the category is going to be that's going to have that letter. Yeah.
But I mean, think about it though. It sounds way more badass if your gang member called the Bloods rather than the Reds.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound cool.
I agree.
You
Because you
know?
sound like what is it? Fucking Pete Rose is going to pop out somewhere as your fucking leader or something.
The red sounds like a kid's soccer team.
The Red, yeah, it does.
Like your mom, I mean, the coach didn't come up with a creative enough name for the team.
Man, I think blue is my least favorite color, but to get rid of a color, I almost said tan, but I'm gonna say orange.
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 Leave yellow in place. Get rid of the.
Yeah.
See, orange is my favorite color.
Is it?
Yeah, it's my favorite
Yeah.
color. But blue, dude, that means no more blue sky.
Oh yeah, no more blue waters.
Well, you know, the sky's not really blue to begin with, but.
it's the reflection of waters from the sun.
So whatever the watercolor is, not teal or something. Who knows? Aqua.
How would the sky look if it was aqua?
Yeah.
If it looked like one of those old Sterilite cups with the stripes on it?
I'd be fine with a purple sky.
But could you even have aqua if blue is absent? Because you would have to have some sort of blue in there to even make that color.
Now, you're thinking.
Now we're
Okay.
and
Now
I-
you're getting.
That's what I was thinking too with orange, like because yellow's gone. Can you even make orange?
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't that eliminate if you eliminate
I would
primary
imagine,
color?
for the sake of fun, those primary types of rules are out the window.
Okay,
you know?
all right.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
My next question actually piggybacks off that. So, you said yellow. You said orange.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. How would you describe that color to somebody that's blind?
Orange is like the taste of orange juice, but in your face. In your
Does orange juice taste orange, or is that just
Yeah, to me it
is
does.
that just
Tastes
pre-inserted into your brain because you
Yeah.
know it's juice from an orange?
yeah, both. Okay. What does orange juice taste like to you?
Acid, acidity,
Acidity.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I've been buying the wrong brand.
Yeah, you have.
Are we talking sans pulp or with pulp?
Yeah, are we doing like
No
Simply,
pulp.
or are we doing Donald Duck, or what's going on here?
Light
Yeah.
pulp to no pulp. I don't need the. It feels like orange sperms in my
Dude,
mouth.
I hate pulp.
I don't
man.
like
I
it.
fucking hate
I used to
it.
have my grandma like strain it through one of those like strainer things. I'd be like, "No pulp, grandma," you know. And
Oh, new show idea: strainer things.
bam, straight.
It's just somebody making orange juice.
How do you think you describe yellow?
That'd be tough. 'Cause immediately, I wanted to say white, or I'm sorry, not white, bright. But again, how do you tell a blind person what the fuck bright looks like? You know what I
I'm
mean?
blind.
He's like, I've only seen darkness, dude. Like, okay, imagine not that.
I think that Mike, you were on a good path. With, not that you weren't, but yeah, I think that you're
Yeah,
on.
fuck me.
No, you're fucking dumb, dude. No, I'm just like,
I think you're on a good path because if you associate it with smell and taste, if
Yes.
you no longer can describe
This is-
what it looks like.
well, and sorry to like jump in while you're talking. I'm terrible at that. But while y'all were saying that, I was thinking like, if I want to describe a color to a blind man, I'll buy a pack of Starburst and I'll let him experience the colors.
Yeah,
you know?
that's a good point.
Like, how do you like that? That
Yeah.
tastes good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
Starburst flavors.
Just let them experience. Even if they don't get the point, they still got free Starburst. So
Yeah,
shut the
that's true.
fuck up.
Yeah, true. Listen, you blind bastard. At least you have your taste buds.
Yeah, you couldn't find these Starbursts without me anyways. You need me, you piece of shit.
So moving forward, if they ever like a woman walks by and has like perfume or something, they'll be like, "Oh, I guarantee she's all pink."
To a serial killer, she is.
Yeah. I know something that smells pink that doesn't have perfume, but
Oh, it's got an odor.
I wonder what that is. Right now.
Pussy. Sorry, this is a family show.
we are so juvenile.
I think we're a
Ooh, did
couple.
you just say Jew?
Hey.
I was just saying.
I think we're a few f bombs already into not being family friendly content.
Yeah,
so,
no, that's fine. Hey, you let your kids experience the world. Don't shelter them.
That's how I describe yellow. Family friendly. It's a very family-friendly color.
It is.
isn't it?
It seems like it's a very hand-holding type
It is
color.
because you see yellow in a lot of nurseries, a lot of Sunday schools, daycares, things like that. A lot of yellow, a lot of bright colors.
I used to think those like preschool and kindergarten. Even I remember as a kid, I thought that everything was painted bright yellow and all those bright colors to keep us awake, so we don't fall asleep.
That's probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
And I just realized something. It's weird that like in school I would always sleep. Like even in high school you'd fall asleep in class. But now I can't sleep for the fucking life of me.
No,
at all.
you're on Ritalin as a kid, weren't you?
No.
No?
I was,
No, that's
I was on weed and cocaine. That's it. Acid.
As a kid,
Mushrooms.
Third grade, dude. You Mark
Yeah.
started strong.
Dude, I started smoking. And the first joint I ever smoked, I was thinking about this the other day. I was 11, or I was
Damn.
10, and I remember this neighborhood drug dealer. They like tasked me with the job of getting a joint from him, and he's like, "No, get out of here." I was like, "Man, just give me." I was like, "Here's $5. Just give me a joint." He's like, "You want a joint?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he gave it to me, and we smoked it. And me and my 3 other little friends walked all over town all night. It was a Primo. First joint I ever smoked had cocaine in it.
Jesus.
I didn't even know it. We were fucking out of our minds.
That's a nice welcome. Like, well,
Yeah.
That's how I describe yellow.
here, smoke this, sir.
That's what it feels
That's a
like.
good one right there. Yeah.
A primo joint.
Yeah, it was a good welcome to drugs.
Yeah.
So if you guys had to give yourself a nickname, I know it's kind of against the rules, but if you gave yourself a nickname, what would you give yourself a nickname of?
Dragon. Pistol.
Pissed.
Just like that.
I want to be pistol. A double barrel.
I don't know. Probably something real modest like giant cock.
Okay. Nice. No innuendo or anything like that.
Yeah.
What about Mikey B?
That's a terrible name. That's fucking shit. That's bad. I did give myself a nickname. Thanks for reminding me.
Sorry about that.
So someone else gave me that nickname. I just prefer to go by it now. Forgot.
You just chose to accept it.
I had to lean into it. It was a character that took over my life, and now I have problems.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Same with Gravy. I mean, it was something a friend of mine gave to me in middle school, and I started using his stage name just because people were fucking on my last name, so it just kind of happened. So it was not a self-given nickname because that shit's gay.
It's gay that you said it was gay.
Yeah.
But Gravy, yeah, I used to when I was new too, and then, like when you first came around, make the porn jokes, like when bring you up and stuff. But I remember you did the same as me. You went back to your normal name after you started with your nickname, and then you're like, "Fuck this, I'm going back."
I got too much flack.
Yeah. Well, just the name, like, I know your name isn't even that hard, but I mean, still, I can see how people would fuck up Gravit. Is there like Gravit or the
Gravit,
Gravit?
They even put a Z on it like I'm fucking Lenny Kravitz. So
Gravitza.
Gravitza. What are you looking at?
Gravitza.
Gravitza.
But mine, Benavides, I mean, it sounds like it's easy to say, but when people see it on paper, they're like, Bienvenuto?
Yeah.
Or like Bienvenido. I'm like, that's welcome. Thank
Welcome,
you.
Mikey.
Nice to meet
Yeah.
you too.
And with your name, I mean, with your name, it's kind of like, it's like, do you remember kindergarten? Okay, just sound it out.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Ben-E-V.
I think people honestly
Yeah.
get like some sort of social anxiety when they see a name with a lot of shit, and so instead of just being calm and like sounding it out, they like just add on a bunch of shit trying to be like pronouncing it right,
Yeah.
and then it comes out fucked up. It's like, dude, just breathe, just read it slowly,
I think it goes hand in hand with people just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, that just proves people don't give a shit.
No, I think it's the opposite. I think people are more worried about catching flack for fucking your name up or someone being mad or rude to you about it. Because I've had people be rude to me about their name. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like-
I just met you, asshole. But I think that's part of the reason why. Because people try really hard with mine. Benavides, Benavides, shit like that. Yeah. I'm like, Benavides. Does that sound like...
You think that's what my name is?
That's what it is. Yeah, I've been Avides. That's how our people have all been Avides. So
Ben
since they
Avides
were
sounds like a
Vides-
first and last name. Ben Avides.
Yeah.
It's like, did you really try? Because you
That's
actually
a new
got it
nickname
exactly
idea.
right. That's good. That was good.
Excellent.
That's a new nickname. That's who I am now. I'm Ben Avides.
Ben-A-Vides.
Yeah.
Or
I,
Ben-A-Vides.
my aunt doesn't have a cabin. Ben Avides.
Do you stream a lot of stuff, or do you play? What are you, more of a streamer, a gamer?
No, I don't really game much, even though during quarantine I have been getting online playing Rocket League. You know about the Rocket League?
I love Rocket
absolutely.
League. I haven't
Fucking
played it
so
fucking
fun,
forever.
dude.
But
You got Rocket League
I
as a
just
gift for my
discovered
son.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, I
The
gave him PlayStation money, and then he bought
the
Rocket
car
League.
game that throws.
Car soccer.
Yeah.
Car soccer, yeah,
That's it.
literally. It's fucking fun as shit. That's
is.
about all I do. I don't really stream games or anything like that. I just usually just kind of play it with, family and friends, kind of wherever they're living during the quarantine. But I had never even heard of this game, and I was like, "You ever heard of Rocket League?" And everybody in the world's like, "Yeah, dude." Like you said, you're like, "That's fucking old," I was like,
Yeah.
"The game rules."
Yeah, dude, it's
Were you
awesome.
good right away, or did you kind of suck and then you watched everyone else be extremely good at first?
Yeah, that's how I still am.
Okay.
I suck.
But I like to play.
It depends on who you play. If you're playing the 12-year-olds online, you suck. Like, they
Yes.
fucking destroy me. But I'll play my friends, and they're like, dude, you been practicing? I'm like, yeah, and I haven't played in months.
Yeah, I can kick my dad's ass, but he's
Yeah.
50. He doesn't know how to fucking use a controller,
If it's more than 2 buttons for a 50-year-old, yeah, they're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is this? Where's the joystick?
But and of course he uses the fucking van because he's like, well, it's got more surface area, and I can't really argue him with it, because he jumps shittily, but every now and then he'll clip that ball, So I'm like, all right, I get the van now.
The van.
Yeah,
I never get the van. I have to,
I never get the van. I like doing the thing though where the ball's coming and you jump and flip in the air and you hit it back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so dope. I love that shit.
It's so satisfying when you actually hit it. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. I'm like, I'll quit right now.
It's such blue balls when you miss though, and it's like 90% of the time you miss, you're like, ah,
It
you like
hurts.
feel it in your gut. Yeah. Let's move on. I want to ask something real quick. I mean, it's what's going on, but like the George Floyd stuff. What do you guys think? These riots, everything. Like, what do you guys think about it?
About the riots themselves?
Yeah.
I understand the riots that are in Minnesota, for the reason that's immediately in their community. I think it's really messed up that the way that they're expressing themselves is that they're destroying innocent parts of the community that have nothing to do with the situation entirely at all. But these people are making their statement. Fine, okay, what's happening there? I think it's ridiculous for Atlanta to do the same thing. I think it's ridiculous for Dallas to do the same thing. All these cities that have no connection, and you can see the people on the videos, at least I do. These people are out there having fun. They're out there.
These people are
fucking
just
around,
breaking shit.
doing it to do it.
And like there was a riot last night in Dallas, right? That's
I
crazy.
woke up to it this morning.
I had a friend that
Shit's
actually
wild.
was the guy I sent you the video of. He
Yeah.
posted a live later, and he was right there at that McDonald's, and he just sat there and filmed right there. And you heard everything, you watch it.
Yeah.
People are running, but because he's a cool-looking black dude, they left him alone.
Yeah, I see. The thing is, a message needs to be sent. This is fucked up. Like, it's enough with the racist profiling and cops treating people like shit. And yeah, I look white, but I've had a cop put a gun against my head. And I was just sitting in my car. I was in traffic behind him.
You've gotten the knee to the neck.
I've gotten the knee
before,
in the
haven't
neck multiple times. I've had that happen, and I wasn't resisting. I was following whatever they said. They were like, "Get down on your knees, put your hands on your head." I did that. They're like, "Lay flat on the ground." I did that, and he put his knee in my neck, and I'm trying to tell him like, "I have asthma. I'm fat. I can't breathe. I'm not resisting. I'll do whatever you tell me. You have a gun, motherfucker."
you? Like, you just pulled me out of the car
Yeah.
for a joint and an expired license.
Yeah, exactly. It's always what it is. But I've even like tried to lodge complaints, and nothing happens, and it's fucking bullshit. And like I know I don't have it like just a percentage of what some like most black
we
people
could
get
never
it.
even begin to know.
It's crazy. Like I've seen flashes of it, and I've been harassed by the cops. I've had them circle me at a gas station like a shark, and then pull me over as soon as I leave and arrest me for shit. Or I've been fucked with. You know that. Like you've seen me go to jail like 30 times, and at least 10 of those times was cops harassing me just because they had nothing to do.
That averages 1.5 times per year that I've known you.
But I think a message does need to be sent, and I think something needs to happen because it doesn't benefit anybody when these cops not accidentally, but when they wrongfully kill a black person or some person of color, whether brown, black, whatever, or even it does happen to white people. But the thing is, stop killing black people. It doesn't benefit anybody. Do you think that makes you a hero with your racist friends? And they're
Right.
fucking pieces of shit. They don't matter. That's not what is supposed to be going on. You took an oath to protect and serve, and you learned all this shit, and you took your time doing it, and we let you walk around with a gun at free will, and you're gonna pull it on the wrong people? Stop fucking doing that shit.
Well, if I may interject just before you have your opinion on it, is that first off, I just think that it's the fact that these officers are trained this tactic. That's the thing. The wrist twist, the knee in the neck, a whole bunch of other methods. The chokehold, the armbar. They're taught these methods for subduing. But the thing is that they're doing a abuse of power in some instances. And these guys are regular people. They go home to problems. They have emotional issues, mental issues, problems, fears, worries, things like that. They're bringing it to work. They take it out on people. And it just has reached a point that the police have to be accountable for,
They have to be accountable. Third degree is fucking bullshit.
I agree. That's bullshit. It should be second degree because it's directly what he did correlated and related to the fact of him dying.
The guy's not scoring. Like, I get the use. Like, I know they're taught these tactics, and you don't hardly need to use them. But I'm glad they do know them for when they do need to use them. But if someone's not resisting, why go that extra mile? Why waste your time and energy and fucking everything up for everyone else? It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters. Whether you hate black people, you hate Mexicans, you hate whatever, it doesn't fucking matter because not everybody feels that way, and it accomplishes nothing.
Yeah, it's just, man, yeah, he was on a power trip, I think. I mean, I think what happened to George Floyd was fucking awful. It was tragic.
Horrendous.
It was horrendous. And it was honestly embarrassing to see as an American citizen, because obviously you got to have cops. It's a necessary part of our society. But man, when that shit like this is happening, I mean, yeah, it's hard to feel safe. And I can't even imagine, being a person of color and how unsafe they would feel. I mean, it's because it makes it 10 times worse. And as far as the looting's concerned, this whole thing's just a really sticky situation because, people were talking about, well, we, protested peacefully and y'all didn't like that. And so this is what happens when we're ignored. So I can understand that and I sympathize with that. However, during this process of looting and vandalism, black-owned businesses were getting damaged, and it's less like, dude, that they're working their asses off to try to make something of themselves, just for fucking assholes to come through and vandalize their shit. And everybody's it's not just one race vandalizing; all races are out there.
Everybody's
like assholes.
participating.
And there's the thing: I'll even give them, I'll give them burning down the 3rd precinct in Minneapolis. I'll give them that one.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's where it came from. So
That-
cool.
That correlates to the problem. I get that.
But then starting to vandalize. Here in Dallas, they vandalized not only cop cars, but citizens' cars. Mm-hmm. Dude, what the fuck, man?
That video you sent me, a lady, they threw a smoke bomb in her car.
Yeah.
She's like, this is my car. I didn't do anything to anyone.
Shit.
Random cars passing by were getting hit.
And
windows busted.
Surely her insurance will take care of it, but it's besides the point. I started thinking about the other business owners, because there's a shit ton of businesses that got vandalized, people of minorities, people of color, and it's just sad, man. The whole thing sucks, and unfortunately, as morbid as it may sound, racism will never be off this planet.
No.
That's what.
And unfortunately, won't.
That's the saddest part.
I was discussing that earlier too with somebody. I was asking, just out of curiosity. I'm obviously the questions guy. I have a lot of questions, but I was asking somebody. I was like, do you think that? Because when I describe somebody, if there was a person, let's just say, it's a black guy, but I'm like, hey, did you see the tall guy or whatever with the striped shirt and he had like whatever shells in his hair or something like that, or anything, just whatever he may have looked like. I'm thinking of a recent time specific. And they're like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like,
I've seen that TV skit
this over
a few
here.
times. Yeah,
it's a skit.
No, I've seen that as skits.
Yeah. And they're just like, oh, the black guy. And so somebody I was talking to earlier, I was asking, I was like, do you think we'll ever reach a point where you don't have to describe somebody by like they're a white guy, they're a black guy, anything like that? Like, why does it have to be that's the way? People are people.
Yeah, I get it.
And the person told very similar to what you had said. They said that not only just our generation and probably our kids' generations, exactly what you said. This planet will probably never not see that.
It'll never not. There will always be a racist group
be
of some form. I think we are evolving, but there's also a lot of problems, like exactly what we're talking about. And I think, and this is just my theory, it's not a solution, but I think the thing is, racism is funny sometimes. Not like the mean, harsh shit.
Stereotypes
but like stereotypes.
Are funny.
It's funny. I think if we could take some of the power out of actual racism and everybody, like a lot of people take it really serious. Like we all know, I feel like we all know someone that like a black guy that likes to pull the race card and be like, oh, because I'm black, and it's like, no, I'm mad because you fucked my girlfriend. Like you have a general reason to be mad, but they'll pull that. And I think if like some people could like let go of some of that hate, and I know you can't just let go of it. I understand that, but if there's a way to like drain the power from it and take it more lighthearted, if we could all just laugh about it and try to put it behind us and move forward and just suck that power out of it, because it's ridiculous. Cops are still, it's 2020, cops are still wrongfully killing black men and black women and black people. The lady was in Atlanta that was in her house, and the cops came in and shot her. That happened here in Dallas. Like, enough. This is fucking bullshit. It accomplishes nothing. It's not moving forward. It's holding us all back.
Yeah, it is. It's insane. It really is.
The same day that George Floyd died, There was actually another killing. It was in, I think, Harlem or Brooklyn. Was two black officers killed a black guy that they were just arresting him for something very minor, and they were struggling with him in the street. And the one officer thought that he was going for his taser, and he pulled his pistol and shot the guy.
You can't claim a mix-up. You shot that guy. Yeah. Like you don't have, when you have a gun and a taser, you don't have any margins for error.
That one coasted under the radar, though.
Oh yeah, that guy. I'm sure he was like, whoo, but still.
Good thing other stuff's going on right now.
Yeah. And sorry to get serious with you guys. That's probably the most serious we've ever been on this podcast before.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Mike.
Now let's make fun of shit.
Cancel.
Can I come back next week?
Yeah, next week we're going to title the episode, Mikey Said the N-word. No, I'm just playing. No, but let's get back to some fun. But yeah, that's the most serious we've been. But I feel like we had to talk about it. I was curious to what y'all's opinions on it are. And,
well, the past 48 hours, that's the whole country has been focused on this. I mean, so yeah, I get it. I mean, I think it's on everybody's mind right now.
We live in the real world.
The one thing I wanted to say about the riots, and I mean, it's kind of funny, but I'm also kind of serious about this. One of my main problems, like I have a lot of problems with it. Obviously, like the stuff that doesn't pertain to the actual problem. Like I get that something bold needs to happen to get bold results. I get that, but people are out there not wearing masks, and there's a virus going on, and there's, like Micah said earlier, there's tear gas, and to hide your identity, there's cameras everywhere.
Right.
People are filming you. You got 3 reasons to wear a mask. One, there's a disease. It'll kill you, and you're still not wearing a mask. Right. You'll go to jail when they go back over this footage and they're able to arrest people without killing them again. Wear a mask. I keep telling people, like I've been to a few open mics, seen people hug and shake hands. I've even opened the door and yelled, "Stop touching each other." And it's a fucking enough. Don't touch each other. It's enough.
I kind of thought of a funny just idea was that I was wondering, because I saw that Target being looted.
Yeah.
I think it should be looted.
And stores like that. And then I was like, man, kind of a little bit down. I was hoping that, like maybe at least next time somebody will like make like a Facebook group that'll like put the invitation out there that they're going to be by a Target or something like that. I'd want to get some shit,
Sure.
Yeah. I mean,
well, that's the thing is I think a lot of people saw it as an opportunity to get a fucking TV. And it's just like, I mean, all right.
Like obviously
just
I don't feel like that,
honest
but
with what you're doing. That's the thing is I just be transparent.
I'm taking this TV to stop cops from killing black people.
Right, yeah.
It helped. It doesn't help.
I would just be like, no, I just saw an opportunity to get a fucking TV. I'd have a better attitude towards them about that if they just admitted it. Like, dude, I just saw an opportunity. That's okay. Okay, carpe diem, bro. I get it.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. If I was out there, I'd be stealing shit. I'd be getting some pawnable stuff. Yeah. Stuff I can sell online. iPads.
You can go to that jewelry
small
section.
Package, high dollar jewelry section. I don't have a good fence though, so I'd steal electronics. You can always put that shit on offer up.
Yeah.
This shit's wild. Just people. Yeah, like I said, I'd be stealing. I mean, I would. I almost went to Dallas last night too, and then I was like, I just got a dog yesterday, and I was like,
stuff from Target.
Yeah. See, my problem is I'd be looting at Hibbett, getting Jordans and stuff. I'd go to the Nike store.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it happened this week rather than next week, because next week I have shows in Dallas. Which, you know what I mean? So it's
like I'm safe. I wasn't there.
Don't fuck up my show.
Yeah, that's a good way to plug yourself. We'll do it at the end too. Don't
you see right through me, Mikey.
So, shameless self-promoter, dude. I put my sticker on toilets so I can tell people, you pissed on my face, friend.
I can tell you how many bars I go to and I see your fucking sticker on it. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Dude, ketchup bottles everywhere. I have bars that ask me to put them out. But with that being said, let's move on. Let's lighten this up. Let's do the open mic. We got a spin wheel here. We'll riff whatever topic. You're the guest, so you spin first.
All right.
And whatever it lands on, we'll
So I saw a little, this is a hard tension, so you got to give it a nice
good. Yeah, give it a good hard spin.
That's a good one, huh? Rain free, of course.
Free
rain, whatever.
Whatever you want to do. You can throw out a topic. You can do a joke from your set. A joke not from your set.
Okay, well, this is something I was thinking about because, I think it was Thursday, the SpaceX launch was canceled due to the severe weather. And I think actually right now, as we're recording, they are actually taking off now, today. But it was just so funny because remember Thursday, I was like kind of bummed. And I hope... Before I say this, I hope to God that today's launch went smoothly, because otherwise I'm going to, oh my God, this will get me canceled in 15 years. But Thursday when it got, when...
You're not going to make it 15 years.
Whatever. Yeah, that's all right. I hope not. Like whenever they got canceled due to severe weather on Thursday, I was like bummed, because like you always watch a space liftoff just for the hope of disaster. Like a small hope, you know what I mean? Like there's always a small party. It's just like, if it exploded, I wouldn't necessarily hate it. You know what I mean? That's pretty morbid.
Ironically,
So I
this
hope it
one,
might be
ironically,
built
this
in
one
it.
had commuters in it too, so that would have been the perfect one if something was going to happen. I mean, what was it? It was a teacher before, or it was something else. Is like, you know,
Yeah, the teachers was that one. I think if you do that joke, if it's one that you do, I would maybe make a comparison. Same reason we watch NASCAR.
Yeah.
Like I hope they're safe, but I want to see that motherfucker blow up.
It's
Well,
true,
yeah,
though.
if it blows up, I'm gonna be pissed if I wasn't watching. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like
I was in the
I
bathroom.
don't hope for any death. You know what I mean? But at the same
course.
time, if it happens,
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
no, we hope they survive the rocket explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, people walk away from that typically.
Yeah. Well, they float away.
That's the thing about, but this space in general. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. I thought it was
Oh,
cool
dude.
going to space, right? Like, but
I'm still infatuated with that.
oh, dude, now there's no fucking way you could pay me to go. Dude, space sucks, dude.
There's nothing there.
After all the
nothing
movies that I've
there.
seen about like the realness that's out there in space and things that have happened in movies about that, it just it
It's
makes
cold,
it less
dark,
appealing.
and morbid, and it's
Now,
the
evil.
worst.
if we had like technology like Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever like that, you know, with travel
Guardians
speed, light
of the
speed, all that stuff,
Galaxy.
anything, okay, great, I'd be convinced. But sitting in a capsule on top of a SpaceX rocket, just letting it just boost you past the atmosphere, or even before on the shuttles that are just like, okay, it, you know, goes out, but like, what the fuck happens then? Where do you go?
Right, and the thing about did you ever?
No, go ahead.
The
I'm
thing
gonna-
about it, what sucks is like, because as a kid you think, oh, you just get to go in space and bounce around on the moon, it's gonna be fucking fun. No, as soon as if you successfully get out of Earth, now you're in fucking space, which sucks. It's not gonna be fun. Now you got to do the hardest math you've ever done in your life. I failed geometry 4 times in high school. I got to go up there and do like press all these fucking. You got to release a capsule. First thing you do is like release a goddamn capsule. That's impossible. You can't do that. No one in here is releasing a fucking capsule.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
fun
actually
when you get
pretty
there.
good at math.
I'll tell you, it's not fun when you get there too. I've noticed that as soon as the astronauts get into space, that's time to clock in. I mean, they're jumping out there, they're fixing shit outside, they're
Yeah.
welding, soldering, doing
Get to
this.
work.
Yeah.
You got to talk to Russians and shit. You know what I mean? It's like it's
Drink
hard.
vodka.
It's very hard.
Yeah, I do. I still want to go, but I want to do like the Richard Branson tour, where you just kind of shoot up there above the Earth
Oh,
for a minute,
yeah.
and then you come back down.
Just experience the zero gravity.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
That'd be
I'd like to do
No
that.
responsibility. It's
Yeah.
very,
Right.
very you-like.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't want to go up there. Don't put any pressure on me. I don't fold under pressure. I just don't do well under pressure.
I can only jump.
Yeah.
That's it.
And here's
You can fly off into infinity though. That way, you fly off. You don't have anything to gravitate you
that
down.
would be the worst way. I would take dying by fire than floating away in space. That would be the most terrifying experience. But you just see Earth getting, because you don't know how fucking fast you're going. You could be moving 1,000 miles per hour, but it wouldn't feel like it because you're in fucking space. We can't even comprehend what that's like. You just see the Earth getting smaller until you're like, fuck, this is it, man. Like.
I'd swim back to the Earth.
That's
Fine.
just swim back.
Hopefully
Just
jetpack
real
like
easy.
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Just swim back down.
Just old busy lifting drink.
I think it's a good point you make because with fire, at some point you're not making a decision anymore. You just die, you know. But with you like floating away from Earth, you have to make that conscious decision. Be like, this is it.
Yeah, do you take your helmet
this is
off
it.
and just say fuck it?
Yeah, I
And
do-
instead
I do
of
the-
going further and being cold and scared and all that shit.
I do the space thing because there's still a chance I might fuck an alien. Did you ever think about that? I think we brought that up before, but like
Like,
Guardians of the
you always
Galaxy,
get
you see like Guardians of the Galaxy, he's like banging a red chick or like a blue one, and yeah, they're aliens, but like I wonder if it'll ever be like that for real. Like, will I ever have a one night stand with like I don't know what a Terran or whatever. I don't know. I can't think of any alien names right now.
I feel like, you know, according to like movies from like the 70s and 80s and shit, we should already be there, but we're not there yet.
My
you know?
flying car.
Yeah, it's not the future, I
My
guess.
self-drying jacket from Back to the Future.
Dude, what if Alien Snatch was so mean that you like could just never have sex with a human again? It just ruined you for life. You're just like, dude, I'm sorry, but that.
Oh,
that
you're
bitch
still
had-
fucking women?
That fucking Martian
Cute.
had the best gash on the world, you know, or the universe. I don't know, you know?
You can't call it Gash. No, she's from Gashnia. She's a Gashnia.
Yeah, she's,
Yeah,
she's
that's what they call each
it's a
other.
Gashnian gash.
It's actually in their language, it's called a gash.
Yeah. That's
That's the polite word. That's
Yeah.
vagina to them.
yeah. Don't say vagina around her. That's
They'll get
that's
pissed.
way worse.
That's like racism.
Yeah, it is racism. It's all racist against everybody.
You can just say the V word.
They're just stereotypes.
I think. Well, you had free reign, so I guess we'll spin it again and see what we get. What does that say?
It says bad romance. Is this still on me? Or is that your
Just
spin?
no.
We're just riffing.
We'll just take
No,
turns.
okay,
We'll
man.
just riff on it.
Bad
romance. I think I told the midget story last time.
So you can't use it
I
again?
can't use that one.
Yeah. I can't do the herpes story, so let's see.
Spin it again. I didn't like that topic.
Movie mobsters not Italian.
Oh, movie mobsters not Italian.
Interesting. I always thought, isn't Johnny Depp, he's not Italian. Isn't he like Spanish or something?
I don't know. I think he's just a white dude with a tan.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well,
he's cool as fuck, though. Don't get me wrong, but...
Oh, yeah, mobsters. Yeah, I don't...
Christian Bale. Not Christian Bale, I'm sorry. Christian Slater.
Christian
He played
Slater.
Lucky Luciano in Mobsters.
Robert De Niro is actually Jewish, isn't he? Isn't it Joe Pesci? He's not Italian
Yeah,
either?
most of those guys are.
Godfather, James Caan.
Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
He's just a gay dude.
Yeah.
Dude, all these fucking posers.
They're
dude.
iconic. And
That's acting, though. Improv.
You don't understand what it means to be an actor.
Yeah. Who else? I know there's another one.
Well, I thought you meant like actual like characters. I'm thinking like Pulp Fiction, like 'cause those guys are mobsters, but none of them are Italian. You know what I mean? They just have this kind of like underground mafia.
Yeah, what would Vincent Vega be if you had to guess?
Vincent Vega?
Yeah.
He's
Not Italian.
not Italian.
Vega?
I think
Spanish.
I'd say either like half Spanish or some kind of like, not Ukraine, but one of those other languages that sounds like
Like it might be like Siberian or Russian or something like that.
something like that, like a weird white.
A weird white.
It's okay. You can't be racist to white people. Nobody literally gives a shit, and they shouldn't.
Yeah, you can't.
We've been
You
classically. I was going to say this earlier. Classically, white people have done some pretty terrible things, so it's okay. Make up a word for us. We haven't found one that actually hurts us
Well,
yet.
apparently now Karen's really getting under people's skin.
Yeah, Karen.
only when you act like only when you get caught acting like a Karen.
Yeah.
What's great about it too, it's only the white women because you can't call a dude a Karen. They'd be like, "What, dude? I'm John."
But you do, and that is a pretty big insult. Be like, you're acting like a fucking Karen right now.
That's true because then it's sexist as well. It's like, hey, I'm no bitch. You know?
I'm a lover.
You're being a
You're a
real
child, you're a-
fucking
no.
Karen. What you did, Alanis Morissette? That's offensive to me, actually, as a white man. Alanis Morissette.
There it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
That's how they can get us.
I think the most offensive thing you could call a white person before Karen was a racist. When people would get so banana, I'm not a racist. You mean they would get so banana shape.
They still do.
Yeah, they still do. That's like one of the more offensive things you can call white persons. You call them racist.
I feel like the more bent out of shape they get, the more racist they probably actually are.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Because I think if someone called you racist and you're not a racist, you'd probably just laugh.
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
walk
oh,
away.
I'm racist. Okay.
Yeah, my new thing is when someone calls me racist, I'll be like, I know, right?
All right.
I'm not. It's not that I'm saying I'm racist, but I mean everybody's a little racist. Let's just get that out there. We can't move forward till we get this. all out.
Everybody's got that.
We're all fucking racist.
Got that.
Okay.
Got that bone in them. That's just a little.
That almost went more racist.
Regretted it as soon as I said it.
Canceled.
I kind of want to go back to Bad Romance real quick.
Okay. Yeah. What do you got?
Bad Romance. This is a hookup, but I swear to God, have you ever? All right, this is not one of my proudest moments. Hooked up with a girl who I swear to God was on the brink of being homeless because like she was like she'd been staying at a hotel for like who knows how long, and it like the way it smelled in there, I was like, am I about the fucking almost homeless chick?
Oh, yeah.
That's called the Motel 69.
Dude.
Super easy targets, homeless girls.
Here's how bad.
Oh yeah, dude.
I felt
They
so
need
gross.
you.
I felt so terrible when I left. I like gagged a few times on the way to my car, and I was just like, I like had to like a serious coming to Jesus moment. I was just like, Jamie, you need to fucking fix your
Instead,
life.
you're coming on a homeless chick.
Now, were you gagging from the smell of her pussy or from the feeling?
The whole thing.
No, he was gagging because he had a
Grossed me
pube
out.
stuck in his throat. He had a pube lodged back there like a popcorn kernel on his tongue. That's why he's gagging. Isn't that the worst when
Yeah.
you get that in there? Yeah.
That's my bad romance.
Jamie banged a hobo. I just named the episode.
Gold. We've got gold.
And I gotta change it now because
Maybe I
Jason
should
said
have come
that.
up here.
I splashed a bum with my car the other day. The good old fashioned splash him with a big puddle. I was driving.
They needed a bath.
Dude, there's a
Mikey Bully.
There's a Kroger over here that everyone calls either Rat Kroger or Murder Kroger or the Murder Rat Kroger.
You just know that's
all
it.
that
They're like,
happens.
oh, Murder Kroger. Right.
But I drive behind there because it's a good shortcut to go to like the dollar store or the bank over there. And there's some like ginormous, like deep puddles back there. There's always homeless people back there trying to flag me down, sifting through the trash, smoking crack. And I saw one, and it was too perfect of an opportunity. I could not. It was
You
a
did
hot
on
day
purpose?
too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I did
Like
it
you're
on
doing a
purpose.
disservice by not actually getting this.
Dude, I would regret. It would give you blue balls if you pass this opportunity up, dude.
It's true. And it's almost getting summer. I'm sure they're getting a little.
It was hot, dude. It was like 87. It had just rained. It was kind of muggy. I was like, I wish I don't wish, but I was thinking like in my head, like, what if I rolled down the window, like, how about a taste of the good life, you prick? Like, oh, he's sunny.
Jesus.
I didn't do that part. Yeah, I didn't. But yeah, I splashed the shit out of that bum.
That's good,
It's
yeah.
the little things that make me happy.
It's true. And you know what? For all you know, they could have appreciated that. They could have been like, man, that actually felt pretty fucking nice. You know what I
They're
mean?
probably like, man, I've gotten showers in dirtier water before. So.
Yeah,
Right.
that water was pretty gross, dude. Not gonna lie. You want to give us a spin, Jason?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, we're back. Would you rather?
Is it a would you rather?
Yeah,
You know, I do have a good would you
here
rather.
we go. So let's do it.
Well,
Sure.
and I will say I did steal this from a game I saw, but I love it so much. I think it's a funny ass fucking would you rather. Would you rather have a head double the size or half?
Wow, like a little tiny pinhead, almost,
that's
like
what's so
half
weird.
the size.
But they both suck royally. If you really think about it.
As I look at you two, so half of your size head would be a really small head. Half of your size head would almost be a normal person.
Size.
But then my head,
I got what you call I can't even talk. Stadium seating in my brain. Yeah.
I think I go ahead and take the bigger head just because
You double?
I don't want to be called like little tiny head or little head. I'll be called a big
You've already
head.
got like a long head too, just like a melon, like a not a watermelon, but like
I'll go more from like a honeydew maybe into like a baby watermelon.
like a baby watermelon, or like one of those Chinese square ones.
I don't think you guys might realize though how big double really would be on a head.
It'd be a fro of skin.
It would suck. I mean, talking
Why
about
would
anytime
you-
you're traveling, like helmets going into a fucking car. I mean,
Yeah, are
that'd be
planes
difficult.
bigger now? Can I get on a plane, or is my head going to be touching my neighbor?
Yeah, I think they'd hit the neighbor. You don't get middle seat. That's all I gotta say.
I wonder if
are
I would
the-
still have the same size neck or a double sized neck because you need almost two necks to hold
When
it
I
up.
still have this
True.
big ass neck and then a little head, it looks like a fat matchstick with hardly any the accelerant on it.
Hey, did you ever see the old Super Mario Brothers movie, the live action one?
Yes.
Remember they made the Koopas? They
Yeah.
had tiny little heads,
The
but
tiny
big
little-
bodies.
yeah. Oh man, that's a tough one.
I know. I hope I just never have to experience it, but I think I would go. Well, I'm just trying to think. Could you find a mate with either one? I think that's
Like
the
they
answer.
have a normal size head. And
No,
you
no,
go-
no. Were you able to find a significant other with the head you have that's half the size or double?
Yeah, this
You know what I mean?
deformity only applies to you in the story.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because if you both have small heads, you can't kiss because your shoulders are blocking. You can't. It's like you
Yeah.
can't touch.
So I think I would go with the one that I think would be more likely to be able to still be able to like procreate and find somebody. Like so basically like which one would you rather kiss? So I think that's the one you would have to choose for yourself in order to have any sort of chance of a dating life after that.
So bigger head it is?
You think?
For me, yeah.
I think it would be.
Yeah, bigger head, so I can eat more puss.
Well, also too, I mean, if you got a tiny little head, I mean, somebody somewhere is going to be like, "Hey, pop that in my pussy."
Talk about fisting. Have you ever headed somebody before?
Oh man.
Oh, maybe that could be your like niche or something like that. You know?
You mean
like,
noodling?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
What are you doing? Setting up a power line. Move over.
Yeah. You literally put your whole head between B cups. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been doing. Yeah. How are you guys fucking?
It's a little difficult.
Yeah. Well, if your head's too big, though, I mean, no, you can eat more puss. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. More puss eating power.
You just got to find a real hefty bitch.
Because then you'll have an even bigger mouth. You can eat two pussies at once. Just stack them on top of each other.
Ooh.
the
Turn your face
opportunities are
sideways.
endless.
Like, now you're
Yeah.
thinking with that big brain of
Oh
yours.
yeah. See, I was good at math. I'm thinking of angles,
Yeah.
geometry. Let's do some true crime. You want to move on?
Yeah.
True crime.
Let's
Did
do
you
it.
have any new jokes you want to do before we move on? or
No,
anything?
no, let's do it.
The only thing I had was a concept. Actually, I wanted to ask you guys, like, especially Jason. You'll probably relate to this more. Like up until 1999, nobody knew how much was in a dime sack. Right? Like I never knew. Like I sold weed in high school. And I didn't know. I just if it's two blunts, that's a dime sack. That's what I always went by. If it looked like you could roll two blunts out of it, but like there
So
was
you're from the school of eyeballing it.
that back then. Yeah. Now no. whenever I get some for myself and I check my measurements.
Well, it fucked me up if it wasn't in that little 20 sack. Like if you had in anything except
Yeah.
the 20 sack, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, if
How
it's
do I
in a
measure
sandwich
this?
bag,
Yeah.
you're like, what is this?
I can't have a scale. My parents are gonna find that.
Like,
Right.
where are the animal crackers that were in here? But like there was no eighth back then, right? Like now it's let me get eighth. Eighth is like the
Right.
that's like the standard. Like if you buy grams, whatever. But most people it's like let me get an eighth. Eighth. That's just the thing that's around. Back then there was no eighth. You can go back to '96 and be like, hey, let me get an eighth. And be like,
Yeah.
Who?
like you a cop?
You want 8 of them motherfuckers?
You know, you want 8 pounds? No, you got about 8 pounds now, motherfucker.
You committed.
Well, I do remember some people when I was in high school, they were selling nickels. Like they sold little nickel,
Nickel bags?
which I guess would kind of be about an eighth. But it's a fucking
Nah.
dirt weed, though, right?
I've seen two different
like a
thoughts of a
dime is
nickel.
an eighth.
I've seen two thoughts of a nickel. I've seen a nickel where it's like a nickel is like legit, and you're like, oh, okay, that's not horrible. And then I've seen the like $5 nickel. That's why it's called a nickel, and it's
Yeah.
like a joint.
Yeah.
You know, so it
I think a
depends
nickel is a blunt, a dime is 2 blunts, and then a quarter is always 7. But
on- also too. Are we also thinking of the time frame? I know you are.
Yeah,
Quite
90s.
a whole okay 90s. So it,
you
remember
said
that.
swag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was it's basically mids, lows. You know, I mean seeds,
Dirt.
dirt,
Yeah,
swag,
yeah, fucking
Colombian. You remember Colombian?
Yeah.
Seeds all through that motherfucker.
Me and my friends when we were 16, we drove down to Brownsville, and I bought a trash bag of weed for $100. Like a
Nice.
full-on hefty bag full of weed.
I would have felt like a fucking emperor.
Dude, I felt like a fucking kingpin. we got back to town, and it's like a fucking 8-hour ride. And we drove down there and drove right back. We were like, I ain't stopping for nothing. And we get back, and we're smoking this weed, and it smelled and tasted like peanut butter, which was actually awesome. It was delicious, and it was the highest I ever got off of anything that wasn't like, hydro or outdoor.
Righteous.
Cali
That was a
weed.
full like a hefty bag size.
It was a trash bag of weed.
Now let me ask you this:
How much was it?
$100.
No, when it was all broken
In
down.
the '90s too, when you could sell a pound of swag for like $500.
When it was all broken down, was it like maybe like an office garbage can bag worth of like seeds and stems and everything?
Oh yeah, once you took the seeds and stems out, it was about a nickel. Yeah, but I've never encountered that again. Smelled and tastes like peanut butter. Nobody believed me. Like until I'd be like, smoke some of this. You're like, it's like peanut butter smoke. It doesn't make sense.
That's
It was like
badass.
scientifically impossible.
I'm peanut butter and jelly right now.
Right?
Old PBJ over here.
PB Jamie Gravy.
Boom.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's do some true crime. Pause
Okay.
for the music. That's actually all we need. It's just a marker for me.
Nice.
I'm not gonna edit it out either because I like it raw.
I like it, dude. Hell yeah,
Ooh,
dude.
baby, I like it raw.
That's what I was thinking. Before you do the true crime, I wanted to ask you earlier. What nickname would you give us?
Ooh.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know Jamie Gravy very well, but I have seen, because I'm friends with Mike on Facebook, so I see like posts and stuff of you guys chatting and stuff, and everybody creeps on everybody's stuff
Sure,
and looks
sure.
and all that. So,
Yeah.
Weirdo. Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
I've been called worse. I'll take it.
Yeah, Jimmy G. And I easily fuckface for you,
Fuckface.
especially with the fucking long beard, look
Yeah.
like fucking 4 pussies fucking
Nice.
stuck together.
Hell yeah. They say surround yourself with what you love. And you'll never work a day in your life.
That's right.
I can tell from his tone of voice that he's actually like, look, he's mad at me right now.
I am furious.
Like I'm leaving right after this.
There is a rage in my brain right now. The
Excuse me,
waves are
woman.
crashing against the cliffs.
I'll step out.
Put me on the spot, man. Be prepared for what you get.
Stab you in the kneecap. I would call you Baby Dick.
Thank you. I like reverse nicknames. So.
Yeah, this isn't one.
I would call you Hank Hill.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would go with that.
So don't send me a friend invite. That's good.
Oh, man. One for Jamie. I think I'd call you Bones.
Bones.
Yeah.
I
Is
had
that Bones?
that. Somebody called me that in high school every day. What's up, Bones? Which actually wasn't the worst like skinny nickname to have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was way more flattering than like Noodle or some shit. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
fucking
you're like,
Toothpick.
"Ooh," like wavy and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
Bones is kind of
Weird.
cool. It
What was
sounds like
better
a-
than when they called you faggot?
Much better. You know?
I hated that in high school when people would call you that. And I'm like, a bundle of sticks? They're like, internet's not that prevalent yet.
Yeah, right. You know, a fag's actually a cigarette butt. It's just like, whatever, dude.
So that happened to you guys too in the gym locker room?
Yeah. Some coaches mean.
Yeah, dude.
All right, let's do a crime story. How are we doing on time?
We're looking good. We got
Like 7, 8
8-ish minutes.
I'm looking forward to this segment.
Okay, so you notice people get obviously real offended lately. Everything offends everybody always somewhere. Okay, so a woman claims that she was sexual style assaulted by a restaurant's pee-pee doll. Have you seen these pee-pee dolls?
No.
It's of a little kid and like the pants pull down and it could like squirt water. or
Sexual
something.
style, oh.
At a restaurant?
Yeah.
But whose doll?
Who ordered sexual style? I asked for Mexican.
So maybe I.
For 50 cents, you can make it sexual style.
Hey, I'm gonna rape you. It might not be sexual style though.
Is that on the menu? So
I'll have the sex style wings.
So let me digress. So what happened was this lady was at a Japanese restaurant, a steakhouse in Tennessee. This is actually happened right before all the quarantine stuff happened. So I've actually seen from being at some of these hibachi places that a lot of them actually do have this doll. It's the strangest thing. I don't see a lot of places using it.
What is the doll?
It's like it looks like this.
We'll post this on our thing. Isn't that the one that like some people have and like you pull the pants down and it pees
You press the
water?
button on it and it either moons you or there's ones that spray water.
It's like a pervert doll.
You know, this comes from the like Heckle and Jekyll kind of days where they had the little figurines with the big red lips and all that.
Yeah.
Is it like in like the lobby or like the foyer of the restaurant while you're kind of waiting for your table?
Kind of depends. I've seen it at a foyer, and I've also in the
I have
foyer,
seen that like at was it Benihana where you all sit around family
But I
style
saw it.
and
I've
have
seen it
with
before
them.
there. Yes, in that section where it's like the horseshoe and everybody's sitting
I've
there.
seen the guy use to spray the water into your onion funnel.
Yes,
Yeah, and I'm like,
It's a water sprayer.
That doesn't make it tasty. It's a kid.
I think it's supposed to be the humor of this kid's peeing into your onion funnel. So she had a. Ironically, this is how the report was written. Isabel Lassiter had a beef with the Japanese steakhouse in Tennessee. You know,
Good journalism.
she says that when the chef sprayed her right in the face with the pee-pee doll, she felt that she was actually
pee-pee doll.
The pee-pee doll.
I thought you called it the peevee doll.
No,
What's
pee-pee.
a peevee doll?
Yeah, pee-pee. Yeah.
Pee-pee doll.
He goes pee-pee on you. Yeah. And right here, she said that she felt sexually assaulted because of how it was done with the naked kid doll.
Well, lady, it's piss. It's not cum. So relax.
And then I'm assuming as well it is just water, right? I mean, they're not really putting urine, filling up this fucking kid with fucking actual fucking
Let's go to that
piss.
restaurant where they piss on us.
That's for them to know
I
and
love
you to
that
find
place.
out, I guess.
Is that the place where they serve shit sexual style? I love it.
We'll rape you with this bell pepper.
I guess if you get the lobster and shrimp sexual style, that's what gets you the spray in the
You
face.
get the surf and turf, they just rip your pants off and laugh at you.
So she was with her family. She obviously felt embarrassed. What happened was the chef ended up pulling out this plastic doll that resembled a little boy that pulls its pants down and a thin stream of water spurts from a hole located located in the doll's genital area. That's where it is. Okay, so the guy did it to be funny. He like sprayed the water at some of the kids. He sprayed it at the wife. It hit her in the face.
I would have laughed so hard if I was sitting with
Yeah, I
it.
would too, dude.
I'm sure
would've made
everybody
her
else
cry,
did,
dude.
and that's why it became an issue.
That's probably why she got pissed and embarrassed.
It says that she was not happy. That's exactly how it spelled it.
You know, in the 1800s, people died from mosquito bites. I think you'll be fine, ma'am.
She says he pulled down his little shorts and had he had his wanger squirt me right in the face.
She said Wanger?
Wanger, Wanger.
She's the worst.
Yeah, that's her that said that.
Is her name Karen?
That really was in Nashville.
It was Isabel.
Isabel? Isabel's like a Spanish Karen.
Restaurant manager Johnny Hang. First off,
It's actually pronounced Johnny Hancock.
Johnny Hung, am I right?
Johnny Hung said, I go with Hung. Johnny Hung said that the doll is a common part of the show. Patrons get with the dinner, and it's part of the show that they'll spray it at people, and it's just funny, and typically everyone laughs at it. They use it to control the flames on the hibachi and do the onion volcano.
Yeah. In other words, he's saying that lady's just kind of a bitch. Like, really, lady? Like, she's one of those people you can't take to Dick's Last Resort, where the restaurant where they like talk shit to you.
Yeah, they're mean on purpose, right?
I made a waitress cry there. I'm better at talking shit.
No shit.
Yeah, she couldn't hang.
Oh, here's my thing on it. It's like, all right. I don't necessarily. I mean, again, everybody's fucking opinion's different. You know what I mean? But whatever. I wouldn't really call that sexual assault, considering
It's a sexual style.
You know what I mean? It's sexual style assault. But I'm not gonna lie though. If someone did squirt me in the face with water at dinner, Yeah, I'd be fucking a little pissed. I won't lie to you. I wouldn't be like, oh, this is a sexual style assault or anything. I'd be like, hey, motherfucker, I'm paying you not to squirt me in the face. Just fucking cook my fucking steak, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not paying you to squirt me in the face. Now rub your dick on my head.
Yeah.
No
Get
tip
over
for these
man.
fucking guys.
Fucking tickle my ears or something.
Yeah, but I can see I'd be mad too. That's how I'm making fun of her. I'm making fun of her for like saying it's like a rape,
Yeah, it's
basically.
not sexual.
She's like out there with the Me Too t-shirt now. And can you imagine her husband having to fucking talk to the chef after that? Like, you better kick his ass.
Yeah, right.
now.
And then imagine the ride home afterwards.
Oh, imagine that.
Oh, dude.
Imagine when he pisses on her face when they have sex later, too. Oh, because you think it's Kobe beef now.
Well, this is different.
Honey,
That's
I didn't
different.
know you like that.
I think personally that it was a situation of she saw an opportunity. She was probably one of these people that, looks for an opportunity, and the way that she felt embarrassed and like kids laughing, her own kids laughing at her, strangers laughing at her.
Free dinner.
The fact that, beyond free dinner. And you know what? It may have even only started with free dinner, and they were like, whatever, no, we're not paying for your dinner. And that's when she contacted the cops. It became a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, at that point, yeah, you got to ride that shit out. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not trying to think Karen style, but
She was embarrassed. You know what I mean? She was definitely embarrassed because everybody was dying laughing. Even though I'm saying that I would get pissed if like that happened to me at dinner, I would totally laugh if it happened to somebody else
Yeah,
because I'm a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
So,
And I agree too. I think that I would get a little upset. I get a little heated over that. I'd be like, man, fuck you.
Depending on what I'm wearing, I'd be like, hey, what the fuck, man? What the fuck, dude?
This is my good shirt.
But if it's the person right next to you, each one of us is fucking.
Oh,
crying.
yeah. If that was you, I'm going to fucking die.
Oh, quit fucking complaining, you pussy. God, it's just a little water.
Boy,
Fuck.
you got water on you?
We're a
It's the
bunch
same
of-
stuff coming out of your eyes right now, puss.
We're a bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah, totally,
Yeah,
dude.
basically. Yeah.
That's a good story.
Right
That was
now.
good.
I'm dying about sexual style though. That shit cracks me up. See, I usually get my steak Oscar style, a little crab meat.
Yeah, that's. I feel like she's also one of those ladies too. It's like my coffee's too hot for McDonald's. Remember that lady Sue McDonald's?
That was
had
like
one?
that was like I feel like the start of the Sue Happy era.
That was
You
the
know what I mean?
one that like was. I feel like it was already happening, but like that was the one that was in the news.
Yeah.
Woman sues for coffee too hot, and now every time I get coffee, I just pour it directly on my lap, and I'm like, "Can I see a manager, please?"
Yeah, exactly. Now you go there and it's too fucking cold. You're like that fucking bitch.
It froze my tongue. Yeah. I guess that's time, right?
That's it.
We're done.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm glad you came, man. It was fun. I'm
Dude.
glad you came out. It's good
Yeah.
to see you here in town.
I certainly
I
appreciate
can't-
you guys having me on, man.
Yeah, man. Good luck whenever you do go back to New York to watch your dreams die in front of you.
They already have been.
And all the loved ones you left behind out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of my listeners would like to know where to find you on social media. What's your social media?
All right, you can follow me on Facebook, Jamie Gravy. Instagram is at Jamie_Gravy, and then at Jamie Gravy on Twitter. So it's pretty much all around Jamie Gravy, baby.
Gravy everywhere. It's a
That's
baby
right,
and
man.
gravy from Jamie.
Oh,
That's
Jimmy
right.
G over here.
I'm gonna squirt you in the face with my fucking plastic boy doll with baby in the face.
I just have a plastic boy doll dick for a dick, so I'm gonna squirt you with that. Do you have any shows coming up? Now that that's starting to happen again?
Yeah. Next week in Dallas, which is June 4th through the 6th. I'll be at the Dallas Hyenas. Also June 6th, I'm on a late show with Alfred King at the Addison Improv. Week after that, back at Fort Worth Hyenas for June 12th and 13th.
Jesus, calm down.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually over a dozen shows in now, and I think you're the first person that actually had some shows to promote.
Yeah,
At this
well, they're
point.
just starting to open up. Like, I've
Yeah.
got July 16th through 18th. I'm at the Fort Worth Hyenas. A couple
That's
other
Fort
little
Worth
things like that.
Hyenas for Mikey B on July 16th, right? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I act like I don't like it, but I'm glad he did that.
Dude, I'm not. That's like one of my favorite rooms. Is Fort Worth Hyenas.
I love that
That
fucking room.
stage is beautiful.
Yeah, it is. That just that they're going down in the basement. It's just a cool. I like that.
The whole thing.
It's almost like being in New York City.
That's right, man. Make me feel like one of those big city kids.
I do joke about it there. I always say I like downtown Fort Worth and that area because it looks like Toby Keith's version of New York City. Yeah.
Way more chill.
They laugh at that, but then they don't laugh when I say, because, Fort Worth, the nickname is Cowtown. I'll say, Cowtown, huh? Do you guys know why? I found out it's not the stockyards, but why they call it Cowtown out here. And people are like, no. I'm like, I don't know either, but last time I was here, I slept with one of the locals. I can see it. They give me booze for that, and I'm
Ouch.
like, yeah, too close to home? No, you're too close together. You guys can't fit on that chair.
Well, yeah, you got a lot of heifers in the audience. Gotta be careful, dude.
So it might not have been booze, it might have been moose.
I got mood off stage.
Only in Fort Worth, baby.
No, this is great. Find us, follow us, like, subscribe. Feel free to interact with us on social media. Instagram, it's at The Open Mic Podcast. On Facebook, the same. Search The Open Mic Podcast, and it's Mike, M-I-K-E. Don't forget, it's The Open Mic Podcast. Both of you listening are already on there, so it's fine. But what's the Twitter, Jason?
Open Mic 5000.
I noticed you haven't stuttered again since that one time I called you on it.
Won't ever.
I know you won't, too. I know you're like sitting at home in a mirror. Open Mic 5000. Open Mic 5000.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red leather, yellow leather.
But yeah, this is fun.
Yeah.
Bye.